You know, there's this great unsolved mystery that we all face every single day. It's not hiding out in the distant stars or buried deep in the earth. No, it's right here, in front of us. It's in the people we love, the people we work with, even the strangers we pass on the street. It is the enduring, sometimes frustrating, and always fascinating puzzle of, well, other people.
I mean, really. Have you ever just looked at someone, a friend, a partner, a boss, and been completely baffled by what they just did? Confused by their logic? Have you ever just wondered, what is driving them? What are the unseen forces shaping their reality, making them do the things they do? Well, today we're going to pull back that curtain. We're going to try and decode the very operating systems of the people around us. Let's get into it.
We're going to start our journey with a really fundamental human struggle. This deep, primal need to create order in a world that feels, well, dangerously unpredictable. For some people, this isn't just a preference. It is a full-time job, a sacred duty. These are the architects of order, the builders of systems, and they live their lives in a constant, quiet battle against the forces of chaos.
Oh, you know this person. You've seen them. They're the one who spends 45 minutes choosing the perfect font for a simple memo, the one who rewrites a single 2-sentence email 17 times. Their sock drawer isn't just organized, it's a meticulously color-coordinated library of footwear. On the surface, it seems almost admirable, right? A real commitment to quality. But if you look a little closer, beneath that polished surface, you can feel the tension. You can sense the quiet hum of a struggle against a world that just refuses to meet their impossibly high standards.
And this is the secret. You have to understand, their behavior, it isn't about you. It's not some attempt to frustrate you or slow you down. It is a desperate act of self-preservation. See, in their mind, every tiny mistake, every small imperfection isn't just a mistake. It feels like the beginning of the end. It's the first domino in a terrifying chain reaction that leads, always, to catastrophic failure. So they aren't just polishing a project, they are holding back the floodgates of a disaster that only they can see.
So how do you help someone who's trapped in a prison of their own making? Well, you don't fight their need for structure. You give it to them. Clear deadlines, concrete expectations, these things become anchors in their private storm of anxiety. But the most powerful thing you can do is offer them grace. You can actually grant them permission to be human. The simple words, "Hey, this is good enough," can feel like a profound liberation. It's the key that unlocks the door, allowing them to finally step away from a task that was perfectly fine 3 hours ago.
All right, let's move to a close cousin of the perfectionist, the control freak. This is the micromanaging overlord, the person with a deeply held, passionate opinion on how you load the dishwasher, how you fold your towels, maybe even how you breathe. In their universe, there is one single, correct way to do everything. And it is, without a single exception, their way.
And again, we have to look behind the curtain. Their constant meddling, their unsolicited advice, it isn't born from a desire to annoy you, it's born from pure terror. They genuinely believe that they are the only thing standing between civilization as we know it and utter anarchy. In their mind, if they don't personally oversee every single detail, the world won't just falter, it will literally fly apart. They aren't just managing a project. In their head, they are single-handedly holding the universe together. Living with this constant vigilance, it can be absolutely exhausting. So the key to your own sanity is what I'd call strategic engagement. You have to learn to pick your battles. Let them have control over the small stuff, the trivial details that don't really matter to you. Let them win the war of the dishwasher. But on the things that do matter, you have to draw a firm, clear line. And here's the crucial part. You can acknowledge their anxiety without making it your job to manage it. That's how you protect your own peace while still understanding their deep need for order.
So, we've explored the minds of those who fight chaos out there, in the physical world, the ones who build walls of order and systems of control. But now we have to pivot. We have to ask a new and maybe even more complicated question. What happens when the threat isn't a messy spreadsheet? What happens when the chaos that needs to be controlled is the unpredictable, terrifying landscape of human emotion?
Welcome to the social arena. For this next group of personalities, life, well, it's a stage. Their actions are a performance, and the currency thereafter isn't order, but approval, connection, attention. These are the performers of emotion, and their greatest fear is an empty theater.
And first up, we have the people pleaser. This is the person who says yes when their entire body is screaming no.
They apologize for things that are not even close to being their fault. They will, metaphorically, set themselves on fire to keep other people warm and then apologize for the smoke. It can look like selfless kindness, this boundless generosity, but it's actually a tragic performance, because in the end, everybody loses. You never know what they truly think, and they never, ever get what they truly want.
And here it is, the heartbreaking secret behind all that agreeableness. It is not about being nice, it's about being safe. Their kindness is a shield. They are utterly terrified that the moment they express a different opinion, the moment they have a need of their own, you will just stop liking them. They believe your approval is conditional, and the price they have to pay for it is the complete erasure of themselves. Their greatest fear isn't disagreement, it's abandonment.
Okay, let's move on to our next performer, the star of their own never-ending soap opera, the drama magnet. For this person, life isn't a series of events, it's a series of emotional episodes. Every minor inconvenience is a universe-shattering crisis. Their coffee wasn't just a bit too hot, it was a personal attack. The traffic wasn't just bad, it was a conspiracy orchestrated by the cosmos to ruin their day. You start to dread their name popping up on your phone because you know it's about to be another 5-act play of despair.
And this quote just brilliantly illustrates the fundamental mistake we all make with the drama magnet. We hear their stories of crisis, and we immediately switch into problem-solving mode. We offer solutions, we give advice, and we completely miss the point. They are not asking for a fix. Their drama is a performance, and it's designed to get an emotional response. It is a desperate, roundabout plea for connection. They don't need a solution, they need an audience. They need to know that their feelings, however big they seem, have been seen and validated. They need to feel heard, not solved.
So we've met the architects of order and the performers of emotion, those who shape their external world and those who shape their social world. But there's another category, a group of people whose defining trait isn't what they build or how they perform, but the unique and powerful way they process reality itself. What happens when the main stage is inside your own head? We're now turning inward. We are going to explore the internal operating systems that dictate how people actually experience the world. And these aren't choices or preferences. This is the fundamental wiring of the mind. These are the processors of reality, and understanding their code is the absolute key to understanding them.
Let's start with the most fundamental distinction of all, the source of energy. The introvert experiences social interaction as a withdrawal from their energy reserves. Every conversation, every meeting, it just drains their social battery. To recharge, they need solitude. It's not that they're antisocial, it's that their energy is a finite resource. The extrovert? The complete opposite. For them, solitude is what's draining. They recharge by being with people. They process their thoughts and feelings externally, by talking them through. One isn't better than the other. They are just two profoundly different ways of managing the precious energy it takes to be human.
And now, let's step into the relentless, churning world of the overthinker. Their mind is just a storm of constant analysis. They'll take a simple 2-word text message, like "sounds good," and somehow discover 17 possible hidden meanings. And trust me, most of them are negative. They replay conversations from years ago, searching for clues, dissecting tone, looking for the real meaning behind what was said. Their brain is like a computer running 47 different programs at once, and it never, ever shuts down. So what could possibly be the motivation for this exhausting mental state? It is, once again, a search for safety. It's not just neuroticism for its own sake. It is a deeply flawed but understandable strategy to feel in control. They believe that if they can just think through every single possible outcome, if they can anticipate every potential problem, then they can never be caught off guard. They're trying to build a fortress of preparedness against the uncertainty of life. The tragedy is, it doesn't really work. It just creates more anxiety. And this internal processing, it takes other forms too. Take the procrastinator. They are not lazy. Their brain is just wired to need the intense pressure of a deadline to really function at its peak. So to help them, you have to work with their chaos, not against it. Then you've got the pessimist, who sees disaster around every corner. They aren't trying to be a downer. They're trying to protect everyone from the pain of disappointment by managing expectations down to zero. All you have to do is acknowledge their concerns. And finally, the optimist, who believes everything will work out perfectly always. They aren't delusional. They're a vital source of hope. You can help them by gently connecting their beautiful dreams to a practical plan.
So we've journeyed through all these different personalities. We've unmasked their secret fears, their hidden motivations. We've called them flaws, problems, difficult traits. But now we arrive at the climax of our whole explainer. It's time to reveal the secret behind this entire system.
And the truth is, these aren't flaws at all. They're features.
This right here is the great, simple, and profound revelation. It's the key that unlocks the whole puzzle of human interaction. We each live inside our own operating system, and to us it just feels like the default setting for reality. The perfectionist can't even fathom how a procrastinator gets anything done in their last-minute chaos. The procrastinator can't understand why the perfectionist wastes all that good panic energy by starting early. We are all absolutely convinced that we are the normal one, and everyone else is just a little bit weird.
And this is the beautiful truth of it all. Every single one of these traits has a purpose. They are functions, not bugs. We need the perfectionists. They're the ones who catch the critical mistakes that everyone else misses. We need the pessimists. They're the ones who spot potential problems and force us to make better plans. We need the optimists to keep us all moving forward when things get tough. Even the drama magnet has a role, to remind us of the sheer power of emotion and to make life, well, more interesting. Each trait is a tool, and they're all essential for the diverse and complex project of being human.
So we end here. The goal, it's not to fix or to change the people around us. Maybe the real work, the more meaningful work, is to simply understand them, to stop trying to rewrite their internal code and instead to learn their language. And the question I want to leave you with is this: whose language will you try to learn first? Thanks for watching Mindscope. Join our journey to unlock the mind. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.